Ezontaba intaba ezikude zingizithela wena sithando sami lezo ntaba intaba ezikude zingizithela wena love you yoze ngiye lokhondizula ngizokubona wena sithando sami yoze ngifike lokhondizula ngizokubona wena love you lezo ntaba kule ntombi enigugu angisoze ngiphinde njalo ndikushiye wedwa isitimela mbombela singidonsela kancane juba lami ngeboleka amaphiko ngizondizela phezulu fike khona kuwe sithando sami wentombi yami bheka intabali yami lavi wami sithando sami ntombi yami bheka intabali yami lezo ntaba intaba ezikude zingizithela wena ntombi yami lezo ntaba intaba ezikude zingizithela wena love you yoze ngifike lokhondizula ndizokubona wena sithando sami yoze ngifike lokhondizula ndizokubona wena sithando sami lezo ntaba kule ntombi enigugu angisoze ngiphinde njalo ndikushiye wedwa sitimela mbombela singidonsela kancane juba lami ngeboleka amaphiko ngizondizela phezulu ngifike khona kuwe sithando sami ntombi yami bheka intabali yami lavi wami sithando sami wentombi yami bheka intabali yami.
This is how we open anything in music. That was George Phahlane with the song Intaba Ezikude, taken from his compilation album Intaba Ezikude. George Phahlane is the founding member of Ebony Shake with the he's been performing right here in Bulawayo and has shared a stage with the likes of Lucky Dube as well as Brenda Fassie. He also touched on sharing a stage with the likes of UB40 right here in Queen Sports Club in Bulawayo. But George Phahlane, welcome to the show.
Yeah, Woma. Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, let's talk about jazz back in the days, in my 80s, 90s. How was jazz and how was music over there?
Right. Jazz, I will take it from my own experience first, before we go back even when I started, before I started playing. Right. Here in Bulawayo, Bulawayo is a jazz capital one of the jazz capital cities of the world. And from the 80s, 70s to the 80s, it was very vibrant. You would find a lot of musicians were coming from all over the place, from Harare, then Salisbury, from Egoli coming here, and even here could play in the township halls. You know what I mean? This infrastructure, which is still there, but today it's just like Elephant Hills. Only church people are using and community meetings, but no jazz, no live music, due to a number of factors. Yeah. But maybe someone else might say things have changed for the better. But I've got a reason why I think this thing has taken us down a little backwards a little bit. One, I think, is the economic hardships. You know, that's one of the reasons. Yeah.
You mentioned earlier on Uti Ubulawayo was the hub of jazz, was the hub of music. Like a player Labo UP40 at Queen Sports Club.
Yes.
Take us back to those days when during that show you're performing with sharing a stage with the UP40. What's going through your mind?
Right. You see, what I would say is I'm looking at who was there. You know, like when you look at music, let's look at one person, just one person, a well-known person that you know. Let's look at Mr. Bean. When you look at the screen, you see one person doing his thing with his small car. But if you go there is a whole lot of people who produce that one particular person. So when you look at George Phahlane had H.K. Mohone, who used to look after us. He was our promoter. He was funding us. There was J.J. Chavunduga, still one of the best promoters who ever lived.
Like, Baba, who is George Phahlane?
Yeah, I'm a musician who was born here, Bulawayo, the city of Kings, in 1957, Empilo Hospital. Right. My father's name was Daniel Ndlovu Phahlane. My mother was Asa Ndlovu. They are both late. So I went to school, Emahlabezo Primary School. I did some secondary education under Central Africa Correspondence College, which was sponsored by the Methodist Church of Zimbabwe. Right. So when I dropped out of school before writing my O's, because there was a problem in financing my education. So I had already picked up my guitar in Ndlovu Youth Center at Chabalala and Sizinda Youth Centers. After abandoning boxing, when somebody betrayed me in the ring, so I had to drop. I had only one stint in the boxing ring anyway, just to collect 25 cents. So we leave that. I just gave it up forever. Then in the Emma clubs there was everything. Kobulawayo khona ikakhulu masengikhangela esizinda leChabalala. Kwakulama guitars kwakulento yonke, badminton, snooker, volleyball, soccer, but I chose the music room. There were guitars there. Kwakulo teacher uNdlovu, Agree Ndlovu, onguye owangivulela indlela ukuthi katali ibanjwa njani. That was around 1975. My first song, which was Hey Joe, and there was a local artist, Joseph Msonda, owayedlala le-I-Flippert, who influenced my music career so much. Joseph Msonda. He released a song which was called Calling Your Name, then produced by Webster Sham. Back then, when he was still a broadcaster at the Rhodesia Broadcasting Corporation. So he was then a producer again. So that record was one, Hey Joe by Jimi Hendrix and Calling Your Name by I.F. Liberty was my first song that I managed to play on the guitar. To say, now you can play guitar. Yes.
So but there's a misconception about your name. People think you're like George Phahlane, but you have a real name called Josiah Ndlovu.
Yes.
So what inspired the name George Phahlane as being a stage name?
Okay. Let me tell you the story about the Phahlanes, who are the Ndlovus. You know, when the king, Mzilikazi, came from across the border, when he deserted from Chaka, among the men, the troops that he brought across Ungulukudela, which is known as Limpopo, right? Kwakulo Phahlane. Amandlovu brothers laba babe ngamaphahla. Kulo mfo wabo owayebalandela uNdlovu bengama brothers. So antu umuntu olandela iphahla kuthiwa lifusi. Right. Ngokuthi abantu besiza ngapha kunenge okwakusenzakala izimpi zamabhuno, according to what my grandfather told me. Babengafuni kwaba lokucatsha. Kwaba lokucatsha ngoba besesaba inkosi isinyamalele kulo Bhengula. Kwaba lokucatsha kwabantu bakoNdlovu ngoba abantu babebulawa. Angitsho. So adopt sasithi Phahlane ngoba iPhahlane vela ukuthi amaphahla. Angitsho those two but elinye iphahla lakho nalachona. Kwangikwazi lachona empini bekwahamba njani hayi lokho ngakuzanga kungicacile. Kodwa owasalayo lo eliphahla nguye owazala ubabamkhulu ezozala ubaba uDaniel kuze kufika kithi. Then ukuthi sikhipha iline lana kulomfo wabo bathi wena sithi wena ngufusi elandela bona. So kathesi bakhona abantu ungabona kulomuntu wakofusi ozithi ngwakofusi ngumfowethu mbe ngudadewethu. Ngizwe kuthiwa nguPhahlane siyazana ukuthi sidobhane ngakhonoko. Njalo abazali bathi hayi wena lisebenzisa ukuthi Phahlane emsebenzini. Kunjalo.
All right. So back in the day, jazz, going on abadala. But even now, people think jazz is abadala. But jazz, was it for abadala or for everyone? And how the support from Mama used to jazz?
Okay. Manini nguchasele ukuthi nje kube liphutha elikhulu on my side ukuthi iSaturday yona ledlule. Bekule memorial lapha eBaptist Anglican ku George Slundika lapha.
Yeah.
Yesaturday. Kati abantu bakophahlane labantu bakohade besibutheni kule memorial ka Paul Phahlane. You know, maybe you heard of him or you haven't heard, but ngubaba omncane ngitsho. Ubaba omncane wahlabela ama dark brown folies. I understand they were very popular then ngama 60s before even earlier angubonanga lokho kusenzakala mina. He was also using Paul Phahlane. Right. So then he was a young man. Esenza lowo mculo ngoba wayefunde eSt Columbus. Angitsho. Uma wayefunde eSt Columbus, that means he was a young man. Probably he could have been your age or younger than you. Or maybe your age. Let me put it this way. Angitsho. So abantu kuthiwa babedlala bengena emahall ama-tea party. Abantu belanda ijazz bezimuli. Kuthiwa i-tea party. Tea was served. Hatshi utshwala. So uyabona ukuthi there was genuine understanding of jazz than ukuthi nje kuphela makungalatshwala laphana ansuze siye khona phana. And are we separating the two? Siyakuziyankonda kahle. Right. So I think jazz, African jazz, ivele yumculo weAfrika. Iwumculo wakhona apha koBulawayo. Angitsho. iPop esibuyile kathesi ibuya ngokuthi kuhambe kanjani ngoba khathesi asithathe lo umculo esikukhangele khathesi odumileyo lo owabantwana owentanga kuthiwa igqomo olethwa kakhulu i-software i-software other than the natural talent of an individual. Ngingatsho ukuthi kurongo lokho kodwa anti yabona ukuthi sokule deviation abantu babegida kudala kutshengisa ubugavazi bakho uhlabele ngephimbo lakho ungakhangela ngithi mana ngithinte kancane ngibuye futhi these days sithi singakhangela i-black follows bazivela bengumuntu bahlabele agide ngomzimba wakhe sithi liyana yi-natural talent enguye. Right. Khathesi labantwana sebefundile labo sebengena kakhulu into modern technology. But I still believe ukuthi i-jazz coming from naturally from an artist is still the mother music.
So Baba sharing a stage labo UB40 like it to be Brenda Fassie back in that day as umntwana okobulawayo kukhwele kobulawayo now sharing a stage with the big people in the industry. How did you feel back then?
I felt very, very, very honored and very lucky. I still think I'm one of those lucky artists whoever were given such a chance. But the chance you know, like it also was like a coincidence when we made our first record, which was riding high on charts. So our promoters also, they wanted to pick the best, what they thought was the best at that time, so that they can make us team up with the great guys. Yes.
So we Friday, Friday, month end. People are playing celebration, and then we're going to perform somewhere, maybe Piababa Stadium or White City. How is the mood? We Friday, we month end, you are performing. How is the mood in Jawabulawai?
Yes, because what happens is like we were just playing our music. You know, you find when you find a band, there's a band playing, people will be demanding other hits from other artists, current hits. But we were playing our own music right through, and people would come rightfully for that. Across the country, not in Bulawayo. We went as far as Centenary in Mashonaland. We went as far as Intari, we went to Kariba, we went all corners of Harare, of Zimbabwe. Tungwiza. Just look at it. We were coming here because most of my music is sung in English and in Ndebele, mostly in Ndebele. But there's no such thing like people don't like a particular language. People basamukela kuhle. I remember one time when we were performing a centenary. People had to make a stage. Basimela ukuthi sifike, then they started taking amafocholo, bagebha inhlabathi yaba lidundulu yaba ngaka. Ngoba ngale kusema ama growth point. Bazofaka isale phezulu just ukuthi besibone isiduli. You know what I mean? So that was one of my greatest, because why? Ngambona isifiso sabantu ukuthi basimelele sibili. Kwelinye ilanga sathi sichaya ethiwa iTsunguvi Hall eRusape lapha. Right. You know ama loudspeaker lana ayikhona emakhokhoba kudala emapholini. Ukuthi umuntu elahlekile bayakhuluma ku loudspeaker lapha. So babe use ukuthi besebenzise ukuthi ukhuluma ukuthi hayi iband ibuyile eBonshake from Bulawayo. So mina ngase ngibonga abantu nginusa abantu ukuthi hayi wabereki ndini George Phahlane Bulawayo eBonshake ataswika tinokumbura ukuthi muye baHotsunguvi Hall tifari zenu wathi sokulungile ngikhuluma ngise community hall office abantu babuya bacwala. Then Some people came to me, but rekona George wathi andimi azi alibani ukukhuluma isiNdebele besingasoze sibuye la. No, kuthiwa alibani ukukhulume uthethe umuntu wesishona.
Yes.
Ukuthi akukhulumele besingasoze sibuye la. Into esize sabe lapha sibele sure ukuthi lo nguye weEbonche kwakula kwetanzwa asenti yakho ishona yakho ukuthi hayi yazi umshona umuntu. So sikho sibuye sibaningi because kusitshengisa iqiniso ukuthi yiyo sibili eBonche le. So yikho silapha. So I'm trying to show you ukuthi music can break ama barriers. Yes. Akula language, akula race. That was what used to happen.
But I once spoke to Baba we Cool Crooners, George Salim. I come and back then, music really mild. And this you take out on a school because of music.
Yes.
How do you do those things? What now? Can I want to talk about mild music? I say batal. Back then, did you get my royalties then? How did you get my votes through my top 20, top 10? How did you get there?
Right. That is a very important and crucial question. Thank you very much. You know, like back then, the music, for you to get an award, then Galo Music used to give gold, silver, and gold and silver. So it was based on record sales because there were record bars all over the country, record black bars at every corner where they were selling records. You'd go to a record bar and choose a record and buy it, and they would make ama records. So the top 10 was based on purely on record sales. So that was genuine top 20 or whatever you want to call it. Even when you come to awards, I really wish people would go back and use the same old system that people must vote by buying the music of the artists that they like. Because you cannot buy something that you don't like. So if you go out to buy something, that means you are putting value into the artist, into the music. It shows that you really need it. Let's say people say, no, people are banning music, they are no longer buying. Let's take it this way. Let's say genuine people who have bought an artist from George Phahlane. Let's say George Phahlane has 20 records before the awards. James Maravini has 21. Sandra Ndebele is 30. Let us not say, no, there are no sales. The one who got the more, even 30, he must get the award because it's just a genuine vote. Because now, look at it. When we say people must vote, even the artist himself must vote for himself. Me, I can't vote for myself. I can't recommend myself. So I think, let's say if I go to a church that I attend, my congregation, and ask them to vote for me, I'll be the best gospel artist. Let's say I go to a school or a political party. You know what I'm trying to say? But then at the end of the day, you find we will be famous and poor.
Yeah.
You make very famous artists, but very poor artists. You know what I mean? So I think everybody is concerned, every stakeholder who has to do with these awards and top 20s and top 10s locally, they must rethink their strategy. Really.
Yeah. Back in that day, so I'm records I telling so because of awards and top 20, top 10s. But now, if you look at the pirates,
yes.
So the artists survive on just shows.
Yes.
Back then, you used to survive on some records plus shows. But now, how do we go back to how do you fight pirates now?
Yeah. Do you know what? In to anybody, if this is going to, if it's going to be a bitter pill to swallow to anybody, but it's the truth, and only the truth shall set us free. You know, like I feel the politicians have let us down, because when you find that how did the economy go down? How did the economy go down? I'll leave this to to you to think, but I blame the politicians myself. Right? Because if you find all the industries have gone down, and abantu bathengisa amatamatisi phandle in front of OKs, in front of Pick and Pay, in front of people who are paying taxes. And the police are chasing them all over the place. That's piracy too. It's not only based in music only. So this is why you find there's these hungry people who used to be employed by, this used to be a heavy industrial city, Bulawayo. They are no longer going to work. So they are trying to survive, these people. I'm not saying anyone should break the law because of the situation, but people are forced to do that because of unemployment in this country. Then, suppose you wake up one day, you find Bulawayo is back to Untutu Ziyathunga. It's back to its original name, Untutu Ziyathunga. Uzakhumbula kunini unyaka lo odluleyo kuze kuthi abantu bezoqhatsha egodini. Bekusesabe ke egodini lapha ngitsho. Bekucela abantu benzani bezodinga umsebenzi. Right. Kuthi ukuthi abantu bafuna ukuqhatshwa. Abantu baswele, khathesi abantu they have to pay their rents. They have to take their children to school. Uyathola ugogo echaye esithi insaro yakhe phansi echaye lama record abo Japraiser Zimbetuzi everybody Ebon Shake whatever echayile lapha ugogo vele kakwazi ukuthi uyapirate
funa imali kuphela
ugogo ucabanga ukuyafida abazukulu yabonela lazi uduwo esilalo ukuthi lukhulu okungakanani mina kodwa still I'm going back no angitsho ukuthi ku right but putting someone in prison won't solve this problem because it's like putting the whole country into jail. What do these people want? Give them what they want. Give the people what they want. People want employment. Yeah. Of course, you won't take it 100% out. It will be there. But it will be minimized to levels that at least we can survive as artists.
Right, but the article from Southern Eye, I think Southern Eye 2017 or 2014, something like that.
Yes.
You want to groom and mentor young upcoming artists.
Yes.
Because in these days, artists, the quality of music. People now just want to sing and go take it to a radio, not for awards, but still like quality in terms of our music. Right. What are you doing in terms of mentoring youngsters?
Yeah, me, I'm already doing that in my small way. I've been doing it for years. Because if I tell you that I didn't know then, I was just hanging around with other people of my age. Udon Kumbo really came from my hands. Udon Kumbo. Then I advised him to play a bass guitar. Then now we have someone who is definitely one of our best guitarists that we have never known from this country. You see? But anyway, let's look at... I usually help youngsters who want to learn how to play musical instruments like a guitar, the piano, or just to straighten up our vocal. Because when you look at music, I don't want to discourage these youngsters because I can see that they really, there's a need to into the arts, so I shouldn't discourage them. But what we say, art is art, whatever, where you come, anything new, as long as people like it, you can call it art. But in terms of my youngsters, my themes that what we sing about and let me be straight, vulgar words. And violence and drugs, alcoholism into the music, it should be encouraged. These days, it looks like anyone can just go to a mic and sing anything, you know what I mean? Because now a lot of youngsters are indulging into drugs, alcohol, violence, because it is encouraged through the music, which is also aired in our local radio stations whereby you will find that a radio is a very powerful tool to control society. I think also our radio stations must try to put a little bit of censorship. That I enjoyed it very much. One day I was visiting our station. I heard someone saying, "Makule nhlamba vele ungayilethi record yakho la." Ngifuna ubatshayela ihlombe because I really enjoyed that. Because just imagine abantwana sebezayo even okuncane awuza kuhlabela kustomunye phezulu komunye. Really you can hide by the finger uthi ingani this and that, but it's not like
but you see ingoma zonezi esikoma ngento zonezi zifika kama hit like kule ngoma le Estonian.
Yes.
Ingoma esiba hit because of using such language, such words.
Yes, but let us, and then as a result, that person is being awarded also for ukuluma inhlamba. What are we awarding people?
Yeah.
If you are going to award somebody in society, so that when these people pass away sometimes, in a long, let us look at Jesus Christ, the greatest man who ever lived. Why do people respect Jesus Christ? The selflessness, the sacrifice, sacrificing your life so that other people can live. Right. 2,000 years later, and it will go on and on and on, his legacy. But what if Kulu wako he got an award by saying Estonian, then are you going to be proud of that? Is it something that makes you proud? I'm sorry to mention that artist must forgive me, but for us to correct these social problems, we have to correct each other, I think.
So what's your take on these latest genres, like Gqom, Piano these days? There's what you call Gqom, Piano, this kind of hip-hop. What's your take on those kind of genres?
Right. If I may tell you, myself, I enjoy Umas Kandi a lot. I enjoy Umas Kandi a lot. Yeah. Gqom is not wrong as a beat or as a sound or as whatever, as a genre. It's not wrong. I'm only having a problem with some of the lyrics. Let me tell you, the Honorable Mrs. Martin Luther King came to Harare sometimes in the 80s to address a gathering with government and other people. Then they got one artist to just sing during that occasion, which was at the conference center in Harare. When she was speaking at the podium, she hinted, please don't, because that artist was one of the first rap artists, I've forgotten his name, but it wasn't he was doing this American rap. Then Mrs. Martin Luther King said, don't allow your children to sing this music, because our children in America, they are murdering each other. I remember her saying that. You know what happened to most of these Tupacs and all those people. It's talent to have poetry. Even if you don't sing, rap is poetry. That is talent. But the message, because you can cause a war
through music,
or you can break families. You know what I mean? You see? But I think, as for me, I would like to look at music that builds families, builds nations, and unites people.
So I would like us to take a short break.
Okay.
And further, we're going to talk about Ebony Shake, where people now.
Yeah. livela, when you livela, when you livela, when you livela, utatogwa abanye ukwenzo kwakho, utatogwa omunye ukwenzo kwakho, utatogwa abanye ukwenzo kwakho, utatogwa omunye ukwenzo kwakho, when you livela, when you livela, when you livela, when you livela. Bayasebenza omama vuke kuseni beqonde emakethe, bayasebenza omama vuke kuseni beqonde emakethe, when you livela, when you livela, so to livela, when you livela, tatogwa abanye ukwenzo kwakho, tatogwa omunye ukwenzo kwakho, utatogwa abanye ukwenzo kwakho, utatogwa omunye ukwenzo kwakho, when you livela, when you livela, when you livela, when you livela. Bayasebenza bayakorokoza, bayasebenza bayasebenza bayakorokoza, bayasebenza emayini, when you livela, when you livela, when you livela, when you livela, utatogwa abanye ukwenzo kwakho, utatogwa omunye ukwenzo kwakho, utatogwa abanye ukwenzo kwakho, utatogwa omunye ukwenzo kwakho, utsotsi ulivela, utsotsi ulivela, utsotsi ulivela, when you livela.
Wow. So Baba, in terms of your messages in engomeni zenu, for this song nanzela ukuthi kona likhuthaza abantu ukuthi besukume besebenze. What are some of the messages that are in your songs?
Baba,
some of the messages that are in your songs, inkuthazo ekhona engomeni zenu lifuthani.
Yebo. Ngiyabona liyana eyokuqala bingiyothanda. Ikakhulu ngibona ukuthi into zothando zilungile kakhulu. Because ngiyakunanzelela ukuthi uthando vele, that's where we should start from. That's where uthando, God loved the world, that He brought His only begotten Son. You know, there is love. He loved the world. So anything which has got love in it, I don't think it can go wrong. Laba space sikhuthaza futhi ukuthandana kwabantu, even sisithi lawo nje ngaba le ntombi yakho uphathe kahle. La ukuphathe kuhle. Uthando luvele luqotho luqhakathekile. Lubalulekile kakhulu.
Ela wonke sizaxoxa ngeBonny Shake ukuthi you are only member now surviving ekhona eBonny Shake. Other members, are they still alive, or are you still continuing with Bonny Shake?
Yes, I'm using the brand. Ukwenze ukuthi abantu babekwazi njengophawu ukuthi bazi babengazi ukuthi kuvela ngabi. I know ukuthi baleke bekhona basaphila ngoba most of abantu abalandeli bethu intanga yami labo abaloko besaphila bayakwazi ukuthi ungabona ibhana ukuthi Airborne Shake noma nje ilusizi ukuthi salahlekelwa ngama members abaningi sebasichiya kodwa abanye bayaphila basebasuka bayenza eminye imisebenzi la kuyeBet Mrewa uyaphila waya kibe ekhaya eMrewa umna wami udoctor ukhona uyaphila use South Africa uyasebenza kuzobuya uCuthbert Mkhosana uyaphila ukhona ekhona apha koBulawayo yebo
Spoke kakhulu ngophathi because the party you married to party also is related to Busincube
yebo usiphathisiwe Ncube uliphahla lobusi Ncube yebo njalo ngunkosikazi wami ubusi ngumlamo wami
so imusic vele isegazini umama uyahlabela baba uyahlabela so abantwana ke
abantwana sokutshengisela umntanami uKholeni ulo khanya uthanda into ngathi umsebenzi wokuproducer ofana la wona lo eliwenza le guitar uyabamba usafunda kodwa ayikho lapho la music wenikhetha ukuthi angene khona ngapho hlangothini lwakho Brighton
so ngoba guitar are you self taught umbe lafundela guitar umbe las natural
khonokho uqhakathekile kakhulu umbuzo wakho lo one very ngiyabonga kakhulu Brighton uyabona ukuthi kanti ngeke ngatsho sizixoxela phana mina akuzange kube kuthe ngcenye idlala ukuthi ngathi ngifuna ukuchaya music chaya guitar ngazikhethela straight ngokufuna ukuthi into le ngifuna ukuyenza because I could have been employed railways ubaba wayesebenza railways there was a job waiting for me railways I could have but ngangibona ku right ukuthi this is my field le so ngakhetha civil ngoba then isakhula thina koBulawayo lapha iCouncil yakoBulawayo yayisenza izimanga kakhulu kwakulama club ungacabanga ePop kwakulenyathi anti ilokhu ikhona akusenziwa zonke
centers
ama youth centers everywhere eMzilikazi youth center Chabalala eNdlovu eLuveve every township yayile youth center othi awungathola ongakwenza athi music yodwa yonke into asithi ngathatha even ibhora yambona isoka player le odumile owayidumile ngingazi ukuthi wena uyalandela ibhora ngweza kuthiwa kulo Jimmy Phiri uJimmy Phiri owesizinda owedlala iZimbabwe Saints sakhula sonke indoda lwa vele sidlale esikwaqweni laphana esizinde ibhora lamaphepha lapha sekulesikole sembambayela vele wangekulithinta ibhora lakhe kodwa sasikhamba sonke sisiya ngaphe eclub yena efike engene ebhoreni edlala ibhora mina ngingena ngaphi ku music room uyabona so he excelled yena ngaphi ebhoreni so ama clubs wena lana yiyo futhi into esingani isisilela kakhulu kuma youths because kuyezakala ukuthi ngiyakwazi ukuthi uhulumende Ministry of Education isifaka i-curriculum ukuthi kube inclusive music konke konokhana ngenye indlela abafuna ukuyenza ngayo kodwa ama youth center lana ayaphungula ubunzima ukuthi ama teachers mangaka abaqualified khona phana ukufundisa music that's one thing i-curriculum is there but bangaki and they are not even employing us thina abahlabela abavele sebechaya because there are so many musicians in Zimbabwe but they are not employing them there ama youth center we could participate thina latanti mina ngoba sengidala nje compared to you ama youths I'm no longer a youth let me say ama youth center that could take the youths and take us kulokuthi mina ngikwenzele elsewhere mesisikhathi ngiyiswele imali ifunding yokuthi ngivuli isikolo nje ukuthi abantwana babuya nje kodwa bengasinika thina ithuba we could help ama youths abafuna ukufunda ama-instruments lalabana abadlala ibhora they could go and teach ama-skills abo kuma-centers wonke anto yabona kwakuvele kusenzakala khonokha yinto eyayivele khona i-infrastructure is still there the people are still there but I don't know where it's left.
But now we've seen ukuthi young people are going into Mavuzu, young people are abusing alcohol and drugs because I would say that that's space for them to do those music, to do whatever.
Yes.
So what can be done to revive those places? Let's go back to Emasisweni, back.
Yes. Uthinte kahle sithi amavuzu party. Mina kade siza ukutshela ukuthi kule ngoma engiyibhalayo kade which will talk at length. Ngifuna ukuyifaka on my next album. I'm working on it. Right. So into ekhona lapha ukuthi uyathola ukuthi ama city fathers bona abantu abayiba abasebenza ku council angitsho kuqhakathekile ukuthi ba revive into eyayivele isenzakala is on their records akutsho ukuthi mina mangizabacela ukuthi bakwenze inyabeni siyabafundisa into eyayivele benza esingakwazi ukuthi uhlupho abahlangana lalo ukuthi bengakwenzi yiluphi but kungenzakala nje ukuthi emalini le ebhadalayo ama rates and everything they keep some of the money ukuthi kuthenge nje a few guitars and what kube le budget yabona i-budget nama artists ihlala isikhuthile forever kusukela phezulu ku Ministry of Finance mabe budgeta vele abakhulumi ngeze music kodwa music uqhakathekile. Well, the first thing you hear is the national anthem from a musician. Where did he come from as a Pumele national anthem? Where did he come from? Who funded him? Wavela ngaphi? Uyabona ukuthi wayiletha njani music lana wahlangana lenhlupho ezingaka no one cares. But uyaqinisa ikhona si national anthem. You see what I mean? So anyway, i-budget elizwe, i-budget yama-councils awelizwe kumele vele kube le mali eqonda kuma-youth centers. Ukwenza abantwana laba sibakhiphe. Abantwana laba phela baswele ukuthi baye ngaphi. Ngizakutshela how dangerous iVuzu party is. iVuzu party liyana I would say ukuthi iletha ukuganga ebantwaneni ngoba abantwana sebe izidakwamizwa lo mntana akho angahamba khona phana yena sithi yena unxuse partyini bazamfakela idrug abanye abantwana abagangileyo lapha and then children are getting raped there. Let's say it, they're getting raped, daughters are getting raped and then abantwana sebehlamukela abazali abantwana sebegwazana yiko kuqayisela khona futhi human trafficking khona phana. So how do we correct the situation, because this is a serious scourge of the nation or whatever or the world. Yabona because yonke izinto ezenzakalayo ezinjenge-drug abuse, alcohol abuse, raping of minor abantwana abancane besikolo, them dropping out of school, human trafficking and things like that, kuqalisa ezintweni ezinjalo. Ema-club ngalena sasifunda i-discipline. Aba-parents ethu ngathi ngisaye eclub babekwazi ukuthi uma ngingekho esikolo ngise-club. Angithi masiqala ukuthi asabona Brighton, asabona Brighton. The next thing yabuza ukuthi uhlala ngapho vele empopho. Vele empopho. So what do you do? Wenza ukuthi mina ngo-table asambe sedlala i-table tennis ngikuchallenge. You know what I mean? Everyone wangadala ukuthi wayengazi ukuthi ungabe kuthiwa umuntu odala ongela lapha ngakwenza. Everyone gets isport yakhe lapha excel khona because of those youth centers.
Right baba, but indlela kuzokwa phambili. In closing baba, sithi baba likhethe ku Minister of Arts.
Yeah.
What word of advice would you give to young artists? How can you promote music now? How can you promote music? How do you revive music yet? How do you go back to the past and try to fuse it, promote music yet? In closing as well.
Right. I-music yethu ukuthi thina abantu sengikhuluma kathesi whether ngiyimi mina uGeorge Phahlane as I am. sengiba-advisor khathesi ukuthi khona first of all wena uBrighton evele engubani uvele ungubani the same question that you asked me uvele Brighton ibebo Ncube oNcube bona ingoma zangekhaya uyazazi lawo ezinye yamazu baba noma lingantshelanga zonzana ungazide don't look down ingoma zawo ezendulo zinizana angitsho then you can fuse them into angitsho usifuse into le bakhala madengwane khala kwaze kwasa isi ingoma yendulo leyandi yeah so i-culture yethu if you look at who you are i-culture yakho ulimi lwakho uziqinye ngakho uqale uziqinye wena ngokwakho angitsho then you discover ukuthi no vele ilifa lakho ikuthatha nje ikuthapha nje kuphela ikuthapha you don't even have to strain yourself kuvele kugcwele izithelo nje uyakha ngena koNcube kona phanje ubone ukuthi kunothiwe njani ngeculture yeah
so bathi sivale ucina lapha iphi ingoma yesintu engasithayela yona sesivalisho yethu ingoma yesintu liyaziyo licabangayo nje ileke la ichaya lingasithayela yona
ezomdabuko
ya
mana sihle sidinge kade kudala wakungenje lomhlaba uyaphenduka wawusumambo lomzilikazi kudala kwakungenje lomhlaba uyaphenduka wawusumambo lomzilikazi wela kushangane saguqa ngamadolo inkosi lobhengula yasenyamalala saguqa ngamadolo siwela loshangane inkosi lobhengula senyamalala yelele 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 mama yelele baba umhlaba uyaphenduka ayawo jiyawo 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 uyaphenduka kudala kwakungenje lomhlaba uyaphenduka kwakubusumambo lomzilikazi kudala kwakungenje lomhlaba uyaphenduka kwakubusumambo lomzilikazi sawela kushangane saguqa ngamadolo kwasekusini izulu yasenyamalala sawela kuchangane saguqa ngamadolo kwasekusini izulu inkosi yanyamalala
Papa siyabonga
lami yabonga kakhulu Brighton
keep on mentoring young people keep on telling our story keep on taking us back to our roots keep on preserving our culture siyabonga kakhulu umculo wenu
ngibongile kakhulu
siyabonga baba
thank you.
Well, this has been Anything Musical, and my name is Beefactor, the Beefactor. I was joined by George Phahlane, a legendary jazz musician. Wow, what a show. Till next time, join us. Follow us on Twitter at @SideZW. Follow me on Twitter at @RealBeefactor. Till next time, #Asake.